Hello all and welcome all. I'm your host, Boo. And today we have a jam-packed show for you with a great special guest. Tune in. Yo, hello everybody and welcome everybody. I am so pumped. Man, that Post Malone song is actually a vibe. I'm into it. I'm feeling it. This is episode 43, Web3 with Boo, live on Rug Radio. Also, let me back up a little bit. Important notes. Okay, we're all on a device, right? Your phone, maybe a computer. Guess what? If you have YouTube Premium, you can go watch us live on YouTube and you can mute the YouTube video and you can listen to me and watch me with my beautiful clone filter, my beautiful co-host JPEG with her full VRM, my incredible guest today, aliened out, I'm a DJin. Okay, I want to just lay this out because it's important. There's a lot of moving parts today. I think there's like I feel like 25 plus moving parts between all three of us, okay? So I want our audience to know, not also, if you're on desktop, you can request up to speak. Yes, you can request up to speak at the later half of the show. We keep the first 30 minutes laser focused on our incredible special guest, and then we'll open up the rest of the show to open my Q&A, a little fun how to do it. Maybe we'll get some people in the StreamYard stream who want to join. Again, if you have a mobile device, you can watch us and you can listen at the same time. I think it's very important, okay? I see people who have joined today. Thank you so much for everybody that joined. Thank you so much for the time. We love you. We cherish you. Wild bear market, but we're out of the cave and we're ready to go wild. Yes. Let's take a moment because we are going to have our minds melted off our faces. Y'all know I just don't talk a good talk. We walk the walk. And I've said it before. No coincidences in Web3. We meant to do this July 4th and have like an awesome burger hot dog fest with you guys. But, you know, life happens and we move on with it. And I just want to say thank you again for everybody being here. Please, go ahead, share out the room if you're loving it. Seriously, this person is going to show you guys how all these assets, how the metaverse comes together. You're going to walk away and be like, oh my God, this is Ready Player One. This is a moment. JPEG, how are you doing today, love?
I'm celebrating Space's desktop finally working.
Hell yeah. Are you joining us from the desktop, correct?
The official show account is.
Let's go. And it can talk because I did speak on it earlier. It works, everybody. If you have a dongle, it's kind of trash. It'll rug you a little bit. So just rip that dongle out of your laptop. Use it, just, use your trackpad. Okay, with that, we have an incredible guest for you guys today, Dr. Doge. Like I said, I've talked to this guest over 5 months ago, I believe it or not. And when I talked to this guest, my mind was blown all over my face. And I was like, holy cow. This is somebody I wish we could have like on the show, like just like 30 minutes every day, y'all. Like we're going to go over a little bit today, maybe. Okay. So with that, I want to give a big warm welcome to Dr. Doge Square Bush joining us live from the swamp today. Dr. Doge, how are you today?
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me?
You sound a little muffled. Speak again.
A little bit muffled? Okay. My headset's probably not all the way in. But we're coming through the Twitter Spaces and in here. So yeah, definitely. What's up, gang?
What's up, gang? Oh, okay. There's an echo, so you need to mute your tab on the StreamYard. And I stuttered, by the way. That wasn't an echo over here. I said mute twice, y'all. It's all good. We're gonna get this technology down. This is Rug Radio, okay? But I'm telling you right now, if you're looking at the live stream, it is incredible. Let me describe it to you. Let's say if you're in a jet, if you're in your car. Dr. Doge has an alien body covered in tattoos, got the tank top on for the hot heat waves, got the gas mask on that you can pull on and off, got this crazy little alien smoking a joint on the left shoulder. Like, it's going crazy. Dr. Doge, how's the mic to now?
All right, let's check it. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you much better. Jay?
Sounds good.
I love that.
Perfect. Perfect.
There is I feel like there is just a little echo, but we're gonna get through.
Yeah, there's it's a little bit of an echo. Hold on, let me try. Let me switch over to this different
And by the way,
headphones.
everybody, I also want you to let you know that my guest has a VR headset on right now while they have their computer out, while they have their phone out. They're doing all of this. We don't have a Rotocaster. We're showing you guys how you can all do all this with under $500, right? You've already blown a ton of money on NFTs, right? I'm gonna bring you back, and Dr. Doge has left. JPEG J, is there a way to rig it through the audio of the stream?
One second. Let me see.
I love it. I love it. I knew this was going to be one of those wild, wild spaces where there's so many moving parts that it might actually break on us. Hopefully, Dr. Doge will come back for us. Again, please check out the stream so you can see actually what I'm doing. I'm waving. JPEG J is looking incredible. She's got her Sapiens Jeff Stapleverse background going on in the background there. We're actually using our NFTs right now. We're doing it. I'm using my clone filter with Lens Studio Snapchat. And hopefully we'll get Dr. Doge right back here up on stage. I don't think there's a way if I came off of mute to have him speak through my computer, because then that would just be another incredible echo moment, I believe, right, Jay?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to work through it.
With that, maybe if anybody from my audience wants to come up, ask some questions about what's going on, how you can join the StreamYard stream. You can actually join the StreamYard if you want. I can send you the link. We can invite up to 10 people. There's 3 of us in there currently. That means there's 7 more people that can join. Oh, we lost audio in StreamYard too. This is incredible. Oh, hey, we got Meryl coming up here. You know what? Meryl is my guardian angel, and I want to say that we should point this out. No coincidences in Web3. Let's give a big shout out to what Ali did this week, where he put 200 clones together in an incredible film featuring over 200 clones. And if you go back and check it out, Meryl is featured up behind me on my shoulder. Meryl, what's up?
What's up, man? It's been a while, man.
What's
I miss you
up?
guys.
Thanks for
What's up,
coming up
Jay?
here to
What's up,
save
dude?
us.
What
Yeah,
up?
of course. Yeah, no, I just wanted to give you all props. You're still pushing, you're still doing your thing. Boo, you're consistent. Jay, you're consistent. And you got a great guest today who's just back on stage. So, yeah, keep doing your thing. What are we featured? I did not see me.
Yeah,
I did
dude.
not see.
Yeah, look at my banner right now. You're right over my shoulder. You're on the wall. You're featured in there. You
For real.
sexy clone, you. And are you on a computer right now, by the way?
I will be. I'm just it's like 7 a.m. I'm just getting ready. I did some light stretching and I'm going to continue as you speak to the amazing guest. And once I get to my office, I'm gonna get on the computer and see your guys' faces.
Hell yeah. I hope you can join us there, Meryl. Thank you so much. Meryl's doing incredible things out in Tokyo, Japan. If you're looking for incredible Tokyo people to connect with, artists, all of it. I mean, clothing. I just saw somebody was rocking some clothing that he shipped out to California the other day. Thank you so much, Meryl. And with that, I think we have Dr. Doge back. How's the mic now?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Still an echo.
Echo. Okay.
This is so sci-fi.
Yeah, and this is like a headset, so I'm not sure where it's coming in from. Like I've got the actual headphones in, but it's not even coming through there. So.
It's
Hey,
painful.
yeah. Can you do me a favor and speak directly into the phone? Don't use a headset. If you could speak directly into the phone,
Whoa!
don't use a headset.
Crystal clear.
He's back?
You sound amazing.
Can't hear on Twitter Spaces.
I can't hear him on Twitter Spaces. Jay, I hear you, but I don't hear him. This is awesome. We haven't.
Oh
This is.
gosh.
You know, I love it that Meryl says we're so consistent. For episode 43, this is the most technical difficulties we had. But if you're watching the live stream, you can know why, y'all. We're literally video game characters right now. It's like Fortnite characters talking to themselves. Let's check it the mic again. Dr. Doge.
Here we go. What about now?
No, still the echo.
Okay, what about now?
Oh, yes, but you sound a little far away.
This is directly into the phone. Wait, what about now?
I think we'll have to work with that. But are you getting? See, you're getting feedback from me.
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Perfect. Yeah. Is there no echo though?
I think I'm getting echo. But does anybody hear the echo that I'm getting? Because I'll rock with it if no one hears.
Dr. Doge, we can only hear you on StreamYard.
Okay, that's weird. Yeah, because I see my mic on here. All right, 1 second. We'll figure this out.
You might have to mute the audio out on one of the devices that you're using.
Yep.
Interesting. Now I hear an echo from Meryl, which is kind of nice. I kind of like hearing Meryl's voice echoed. It's great to hear from you, Meryl. By the way, I heard they're getting rid of the beloved Pelican card out there in Tokyo because of the chip shortage. So, yeah.
What? Where did you hear that? I have no idea what what's the
It's that
Pelican
little
card?
key card, swab key
Sounds-
card thing that you use to get around by the train.
The
The
Suica
Suico
card.
card, yeah.
What? I didn't
Apparently
realize
they're
that.
gold now.
That can't be right. Maybe they're just gonna go to apps, but I mean, we
Yeah,
just
it's
got
all
one
apps
recently.
now.
Yeah, we just got one recently, and it seems to be okay. But yeah, I'll keep an eye out and watch out for the Pelicans. It's like what's the Pelican card?
I heard there's gonna be a bunch of clones going to Japan soon.
Oh really? What's the tell me more.
Wave, you're going to Japan soon. I see one of you at least in here.
Yeah. Well, I know a few are.
Calling
There's
Huddle
like,
CEO.
oh, is it? Oh, that'd be good.
Jay out here
We've
doxing
been.
people. Look at you. I love it. I should.
Yeah, he's in real danger. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna find him. You're gonna spot him from 10 miles away
The
when
three
he's in
clones
Japan.
that are going to Japan, though, I'll let them know to ping you for sure. I think they would know, though, just to ping CloneX Tokyo. I would hope they would know. Anyway, I'm sorry. Here, let me.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm trying to run a show here, y'all. I'm doing the best I can. Dr. Doge, let's try the echo again. Yeah, it's there.
What about now?
Gosh,
Any echo?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I hear an echo. Thumbs up if you hear an echo. Yeah. And you're speaking
Alright,
directly
there's no
into your
headset.
phone.
There's nothing. This is literally coming through straight up on the phone. Okay, so this is weird. Let me figure this out. Yeah, because I'm not even like the headset. You see in the video, yeah, I'm kind of, it looks like I'm dead in the headset. So yeah, let me
You know what?
let me
I
see.
think it's we just can't be speaking at the same time.
That might
So when
be
you
it.
finish, just mute yourself hard. Okay? Let's
Gotcha.
rock it. All right, y'all. We're going to rock this bad boy. Let's do it. All right, Dr. Doge, do me a favor here. Introduce yourself to the audience. Tell people who you are. Who's Dr. Doge? What the hell do you do? Where you come from? Who are you in Web3? What do you love to do in Web3? I'm going to mute myself hard right now.
Alright, yeah, so definitely, well, like I said, you know, a lot of people in here. I see the gang down there. It's been here for a few years now. I'm Dr. Doge. You know, got to start back in the early days. I guess you'd say literally Dogecoin, if that makes sense. Obviously, it does. But essentially, you know, come across, sold, you know, a little bit of NFTs in the early days, just making like one-on-ones and stuff like this for people. And essentially, that's where I got my start, man. I seen these aliens come up one day 2 years ago. popped up on the feed. A couple of the apes were minting them, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna be like the first time ever minting something, that wasn't there. And I got the gas mask, like it was the Dr. Doge, the actual, gas mask Doge to the moon. Bro, I thought I was getting punked, and that's kind of like that started the actual digital identity. Besides that, that was the PFP, and I mean, pretty much yeah, it switched up throughout the days, but that's where that kind of got started here in this whole Web3 ecosystem, 3D world, bro, metaverse, whatever you want to call it. That's, been a wild ride, but that's kind of where it started. But, yeah, I guess, man, pretty much from, I guess, what that is. I mean, I'm not much. I'm from Louisiana originally, and now I'm back down here in Mississippi. So it's kind of been a little bit of a journey going through back there. But, yeah, like I said, I'm excited. It's been a ride here in this whole space and meeting so many freaking people. Dude, I see, like I said, I can recognize almost everybody that's out here in the space, and that's pretty nuts. Thank y'all for showing up. But yeah, I guess that's a little bit of an intro, man. I don't know if that's good enough or not. I'm rebooting the headset too, so it might have went blank right there. But yeah, I'm still here on the phone, so I'm just coming back into that. Hey.
That was amazing. Dr. Doge is incredible. I feel like the universe like is purposely like toned it down a little bit because his voice is just I love his voice, y'all. First time we like connected, his voice is just amazing. What a vibe. Um I don't know if you covered what year you entered the crypto space, Dogecoin. That makes sense, But did you start creating before you got into crypto, or was it kind of like did crypto the whole Web3 inspire you to start doing that, or have you always been dibbling and dabbling in this world?
Oh no, definitely like this is kind of the first time. I mean, I guess you could say creative. My sister, she's over there, bro. She's the more creative side of it, but really getting into crypto, I mean, shit, I got into Doge when it was about 5 cents. It was early on, like late 2020, 21, stuff like that. So literally, it's only been a few years, like deep, deep. Not even really as deep as fucking. I'm not a trader or anything like that, but that's where it got that start, just a couple years back. And definitely that's pretty much where that started. And as far as this 3D and the content creation and everything like that, it wasn't. Hell, I had no clue about Blender, anything like that. Besides, I mean, video games along that nature. Yeah, I did stuff along there, but it was never like, let me pop this open and create a whole scene, or going into and starting to do whole VR worlds. I've been inside, and had VR experience, but not to that level, not actually having a full-on PC and stuff capable of it, and actually diving in and saying, this is like really awesome being able to do. Just having something and being able to create it like that. So yeah, it's only been a few years, literally. So
That is just incredible. And just so everybody knows, like when we first started talking to get him on this space, he was just working with Blender, I believe it, before Unreal 5 was even out. And now Dr. Doge is using Unreal 5 and building incredible, believable swamp worlds. You know what I mean? Like literally living in the swamp. Okay. And later on, half of the show, I sent him a 3D file to the Ancient Bats, one of the Ancient Bats of the Crypto Bats project. So he had just downloaded it and he'll bring it in live on stream. He'll show you how you can take one of your assets and just bring it into your world. That's something we're definitely going to touch on there. Dr. Doge, as you boot up your headset, what are some of the cool things that you've worked with I Am a DJ and like Chillin' Chilies in those different communities? I know me personally, I met you through Vega Genesis and Junior Junior. Shout out Yellow Jacket Gang.
oh yeah, no, dude, definitely like definitely shout out Yellow Jacket Gang, shout out Vega, shout out all of them, and so like I even see mentioning that you see down here in the audience. Let's see, it's Gary, it's Howie. Gary, he actually worked on that video that we did for Vega Genesis. A couple of the parts you'll actually notice like that was a good bit team effort, and I guess even touching on that, yeah, I mean it's there's a good bit, I guess starting out with the I'm a DJs, not the first actual ever void in VR or anything like that, even though it was the earliest ones. I had issues like with the backbone trying to get this stuff into VR chat. well on in the early days, right? Some of the first places was Somnium Space. If you're familiar with all the metaverses nowadays, or if you know what, that name might ring a bell, but it's kind of like it's been around for a while, and so I had it in there. But then when I switched out and was trying to venture out, bro, Faceless, and I don't know, man. I've seen him here around on the timeline, but he actually helped me out, and he took my avatar, bro. He took it, met me in VR chat, and you could clone avatars and stuff, when you turn your settings and everything. Well, he helped me get the actual Dr. Doge into there. We met up at a McDonald's, and he came up and literally like fucking, hey, you want these avatars? And then I literally just copied him. Like, he swapped and I copied over, bro. And then that was one of the last times I ever seen him in the metaverse was there. Like, shit you not. Like, I can get, I've got the videos and I pop them up, but it's been ages. But yeah, that's another kind of like where it all started. And that's kind of, popping into there. But that's where the I'm a DJ came into. And I started just gradually making VR content, things along that nature here and there and going through. And, sure enough, here comes the Chilling Chilies, which is, Captain Hope. You see down there Gary, Howie, we got Cole, we got Bogey, stuff like this. It's pretty much a little group that's a lot of them pretty much creatives in the space and came together and Cap created Chilling Chilies. It pretty much went from like a 2D idea into the 3D chilies that you'll see, a lot of here on the timeline, stuff like that nature. But and same thing, almost along that nature, man. We're just doing creative content wise, no different than y'all with the clones and everything else. It's just different projects. And man, like I said, and there's tons. It's not just me. Like, man, I'm beyond thankful for having like this opportunity coming up here and having this to share everything. And like I said, we're getting here now. It's just booted back up. Now, yeah, here we go. And like I said, there's quite a few people out here that it takes a whole team to be able to do some of this stuff. And what I don't know, there's a whole lot of gang of people down there that I've definitely learned from throughout these few years doing this stuff. And like, shout out to all them. Absolutely.
I absolutely love when I get people like this in my circle when they shout out every single person that brought them along the way. And he didn't say once that he didn't push all those people off the stage, get up on there in front of the camera and say, I shook the world. I shook the NFT space with my stuff. No, he shouted out every single person. I absolutely love that. Every single person has helped us along the way, whether it's staying safe, clicking on links, whether it's downloading assets correctly. Hey, we've learned the other day with the clone files that I've been sending out that some people, no offense to anybody, but there's a certain way to zip, like when you download them, there's a certain way to download the zip file. Yes, you do have the Blender files, they're there, I promise you, but you just need to re-download that zip file and open them up a different way. Yes, we learned that yesterday. That's pretty cool. But hey, look what we learned here earlier. If you tuned in a little bit earlier, we were echoing all over the spot, and now we hard muted, and we know how to work this. Are we back up on the live stream? I see your guy is doing like he's kind of doing like the hey with it, way with it, rock with it. He's a little laggy. Don't come off mute yet. Hold up, don't come off mute yet. I'm gonna ask you a question before you come off mute. Recently, my Louisiana boy, the Mississippi MISSISSIPPI, man, that's not a word you will never forget how to spell. I love my Southern boys. You recently had to move. Moving's wild. And you were so like in the the headset, right? I got my headset right here. It's almost like kind of like learning how to fly a jet, right? Like it's something you have to get used to, right? So not only do you have to get used to it, like what makes you jump into this world that sometimes makes you nauseous to work in? Like, is it inspiring you just to fun to create with your friends? Are you hoping to build up to monetize and maybe like expand out, get some of that Disney money?
Yo, no, definitely. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, perfect. So yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I don't know. There was a point when I guess I was doing this a lot, like well over 10, 12 hours a day at some points in the headset. But even with this move, I guess going into where I was living at before, I mean, we were kind of in the city doing stuff like that, but it had been a while actually, I guess, having this kind of property, having this type of area to actually go out and touch grass, as you'd say, if that makes sense. And it's been really helpful, to be honest. Like being out to just a new routine, a fresh start, even given the circumstances, And I guess I won't really go into too much detail, but people, the ones down here, most of y'all already know. But yeah, like it's been, you know, about a month and a half, almost 2 months or so, just kind of not as active lately, but it has been definitely good to be away from, I guess, where I was, and now even like I said, the circumstances even now here, man, it's just, I don't know. You've seen some of the streams, being able to just wake up, go outside, and like, hey, look, I don't got to worry about this at the moment. Let me just, clear this. Let me clear the head. Let me start this. Get a fresh whole everything. And I mean, it's been hot lately, but yeah, I mean, it has been kind of, I don't know, those blessings and a curse, Yeah, y'all know I'm dealing with this shitty internet. I used to be used to all that stuff, but that's also kind of given it a little bit to step back and change the whole concept. Wait a minute, wait, can I do this? Maybe I should start doing this kind of a little bit more. Let me learn a little bit of this program, something like that versus being in the headset as much as I was. So yeah, no, I mean it's been awesome. Yeah. Okay, here.
And this guy has been taking full advantage of touching grass. He's done something more than touch grass. He goes out fishing and he live streams it in the Discord for his community, or like just on his Twitter. And I was like chilling the other day, and the bugs were going crazy. I was like just vibing, listening to it. It was a good time. And it's just one of those things that I think is different. I think it's like merging the IRL world. Why not show people what you're actually doing? Touch some water. It is that half of the show. I know we had a lot of technical difficulties, but we're going to be talking a lot more throughout the other half. If you guys have any questions, you guys want to jump up, ask some questions, throw some flowers, please do. I'm interested to see how we'll do with the echo, considering how it's been. You know what I'm saying? Ask your question, go on mute. Ask your question, go off mute. You know how it is up here. But I do want to ask one more question to Dr. Doge. I ask it to all my guests before I give them the chill spot, right? What would you like to see updated, maybe stay the same, or completely vanish within the Web3 space?
Oh man, that's a good question. All right, that's a good question. All right, there's no echo. Is there an echo right now? Just to make sure. I don't think there's no echo. Okay, good. All right, perfect. So, anything I guess like to change, man. I would like to see a lot more projects that doesn't necessarily have to equate to having a 1ETH, 2ETH floor. You know what I mean? If there's something that's actually, active, like we see, especially with 3D stuff, you see it nowadays, obviously. Call me biased, whatever, it's whatever. But, a lot, even non 3D projects, I think there's like a stigma or like and then maybe that's not the right word, but there's something about just whether or not it's a good project, whether or not they're even active. I mean, look at all these projects that's out here, 1, 2, 3 floor, barely any volume, anything but then they're praised, right? Like I'm not even talking about, necessarily apes or clones or anything big like that, but there's just a lot of stuff that goes unnoticed because it's not, deemed as valuable as what it could truly be, whether it's been here for a while or not. When you've got people out there that's actively using stuff, actually building stuff around it, right? And like, even with me being as 3D as I am, there's tons of people, man, making, you know, actual utility. And I hate using that word because I mean it's really just use cases. But, 2D things, whether or not it's that. Look at the people that actually built what is it, like hologram. They're making it to where you can take your 2D PFPs and go through and use it and stuff like that, right? Look at people like, I mean, even down here, Howie, Bogey, there's people actually, taking other stuff. Cap's creating and going through making 2D images into 3D models, and people like this, they've got the server, there's lots of services and things that go around it that I guess doesn't always necessarily equate to just price of PFP go up, if that makes sense, and I think the more awareness for that comes, that would be pretty epic, in my opinion. I don't know, I kind of rambled on it, but yeah, like, if that makes sense any.
I couldn't agree more. I thought that was incredible. Clip that. Somebody clip that. I'll have to. I say that. I've been saying that last couple times, but I've been a little lazy with my audiograms, y'all. Like dropping, should I do audiograms of, thumbs up audiograms, thumbs up clips, let me know. I'm into it. Yeah, somebody's requesting up. I'm excited for it. This is half of the show. If you're looking at the YouTube live, or I can see that your world's logging in. You look like you're looking at a black hole here. Hopefully you can bring in the world you want to show off to us. I was hoping you could bring in one of the worlds. If you guys look back at the pinned tweet and the retweet or the pin post, gosh, we're on X now. Sorry, dead naming out here. If you look back at the pin post, he did an incredible trailer for us with Jay's VRM, my VRM, my clone, and also Chili.
If y'all like to see that, I can pop over, and audio might be a little clearer too. That's an Unreal Engine, so yeah, if y'all like to pop over to that segment for sure, and I can show y'all off that world and a lot more kind of in there. I think it might be that headset that's giving a little bit of issues through that cord there. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I hope if he said, if meaning pop off, you don't pop off the Twitter Spaces though. Stay here on the Twitter Spaces.
No. Yeah, like audio probably might be, yeah, because I'll go through and I have these other headset. It might have been interference coming from the Bluetooth headset and the actual VR headset. Now that I'm thinking about it, so yeah, I'm still gonna be in the Twitter Space though. I'll still be here. I'm just swapping the screen over on the live stream.
If you can, GM, what's good? How are you? Do you have a question or flowers for an incredible guest, Dr. Doge, today? Change.
Dr. Doge gets wonderful flowers and other gifts from me all the time. He's a good buddy of mine. But you spoke about, what is it that you'd like to see less of in Web3? And honestly, I'd like to see less, no update, no, structure kind of mints like, based pals or something like that, where, you don't really have any structure, any vision of what's going on, when all of the technology exists to make very, very responsible on-chain businesses. You could use something like Hedgie, and it locks up all of the liquidity from the NFT cast for 2 years. And then you can actually find responsible teams who are interested in doing the work and casting out something incredible. And if you do it in the structure of DAO House, where you have governance shares and you also have loot shares, then you also have opportunities to create real liquidity inside your NFTs as representation of your value holdings in the governance or in the total treasury of the actual project. All of these NFT projects could and should be structured as DAOs and be accountable on chain, and you can see all of the activity that they do. I think that once people realize the power of building your business specifically on Web3 rails, where you and your community can collectively benefit from what it is that you're building together, the game is just going to change.
Dr. Doge, thoughts, feelings on changes, comments?
Yo, what up, Change? Yo, definitely. Shout out to Change. He's been here a while, like one of the earlier people that I've met, even in Neos when I started there. And he's always, man, chilling with us, making some crazy stuff with us, and chilling Chili's Discord and throughout. And I vibe with that. I definitely do. I kind of feel like it's kind of, along those levels and making the changes here. And can you hear me?
We can hear you. But yeah, I just think it's the matter of getting everyone to really fully utilize the technologies that we have at our fingertips. It's going to be fun. It's going to be so much more fun to engage with projects and the future of NFTs once people really adopt all the tools that are right here at their fingertips.
I have a question for you if you're here. Are you watching the stream? Are you watching us? Do you see me waving to you, Change?
My phone was just about to die as I came online, so I stepped away from my main computer.
Do you have YouTube Premium? Because you could also have the screen up as you're doing whatever you want on your device.
Yeah, definitely. I'll just have to take my charger and my phone to the other room with me.
The tools that I'm trying to show everybody that we have to get these changes out here, right? Instead of following that loudest voice in the room, actually follow the people. Like one thing is I wouldn't get on a boat with a captain that didn't know how to swim. Would you guys? I don't think I would either. Jay, I'm throwing it to you real quick. Do you have any questions, thoughts, or feels? I know she hit me with this cool, like, hey, this is great. We have a contingency plan that we have to bring up next time for all this echoing.
I'm just gonna say, whoever has specialty in like audio, and you know how in the Oscars they have like all these mics and stuff, and they just I'm just impressed. That's all I got.
There's a reason why people get Oscars for sound quality alone, you know. If anybody else wants to come up, ask questions, thoughts, feels, anything like that. Yes, we're still using an Oculus headset. Yes, we're using a MacBook computer. Yes, I'm using an Apple iPhone. We're using an Android Samsung 6, I think. What else are we using, Jay? We're using a desktop computer, a Mac desktop computer. I think Dr. Doge has his own built kit, and he's using an Oculus headset too. He's pulling up Unreal 5 now. It takes a second. If you guys are watching the video live stream, he's going to pull up hopefully these cool ancient crypto bats that we got one of these ancient bats with 69 bytes, and he's going to do some cool stuff with it. So we're pumped for that. Meryl, are you still getting to the office? Because, man, the Wi-Fi and the internet in Japan is goated, if that's the case. Like, he hasn't dropped out at all. Shower to train to the office. Like, those personal Wi-Fi devices in Japan, I wish I had one right now. We would never drop ever. We would never drop. Again, if anybody wants to have any questions, we're not scientists. Oh, he's here.
Yeah, I'm just shaving now. I'm you made me sound like I went to the gym and did this whole like a really, really good body thing. I did not. My body is slowly depreciating in value. It's at the floor. I need to use it a little bit more. But yeah, still listening.
I need to shave.
I feel that.
Oh, wow. Did we just talk at the same time and not echo?
Yep, we're back.
We're back, baby.
Whoa. Yeah.
That's it. We're here. We're doing it all over again. Hello, everybody. This is episode 43 live on Rug Radio. Nah, I'm just kidding with y'all. I wouldn't rug Hodl CEO like that. Wow, you are back in direct and you sound amazing. Maybe giving you the co-host was trash. I don't know what's up with that. Hodl CEO, how are you today? We saw you. We blasted out your eardrums. Yes, he was complaining in the chat. He said we blew his eardrums out.
No, not me, sir. I'm not headphoned in right now. You know, I'm speakerphoned out, luckily. But yeah, what's up? Came to say what's up to the fam. Dr. Doge has, been on the timeline for a long time. I'm also I'm a D-Gen with him. You know, the little alien on his shoulder is a Win Lambo. You know, I know my stuff. You know, we out here. Shout out Gary and Howie. I'm coming to the Chili server, man. I'm overdue. I gotta come hang with y'all. Always posting those dope videos. I've just been avoiding like getting stuck in GTA land with y'all. Really.
Hold up. What is GTA land?
Look,
what is
look.
GTA land that he's getting stuck
Look.
with you guys?
All right, so look, Hodl, look, I can explain everything. Okay. Huge shout out to Hodl as well. He's been here, and like, dude, definitely come pop in, because it's not always about the GTA, right? Like, I mean, I see right now. Oh, well, then it popped me out. I need to join back into the Discord too. But like, literally, there's 5-6 people in there right now, and doing between Blender, doing Hyperfy stuff, whether it's in Unreal Engine, whether it's in VR, like there's just tons of stuff, GTA and everything else. But getting to that, so the Chilling Chilies, yeah, they have a custom GTA server, right? And there is, I'd say, let me get the correct numbers, but I know the majority of the 3D projects are in there. I think there's, correct me, about 100 and something actual avatars total, with about 20 to 25, maybe 30 unique projects. Like, that's in there. And pretty much, yeah, people you can upload to have your avatar, and it's you. Like, you're in GTA as your identity, that Web3, that avatar, whether it's a CloneX, your Void, your Chilling Chilies, your Bored Ape, your Volts. I mean, dude, the list goes on. There's tons of customs as well that people made. and Gutter Cat Gang. But yeah, that's the GTA server, and it's no different than you would imagine. Like, dude, shout out POV. Y'all see him down there. Y'all know him, dude. He's been one of the biggest advocates as well for the server, like when it comes to the role playing side of it, and then how he does it for like setting it up. We don't know,
Oh
but
damn!
he does
I
it.
didn't know y'all was
How we
RPing
don't
in
know.
there, man. That's it. You caught me. I'm sold.
Dude, come pop in the server, man. Like I said, just put that ticket in. Like, it's time. Drop the files. Just get in there.
Oh my gosh, you sound so good. I love how good you sound. This is so incredible. Meryl, doesn't he sound good? You were here from the beginning.
Yeah, mate. It's loud and clear. There's no need to adjust volume or pretend like I'm an old man listening to my phone, waiting for my eardrums to get blasted once you get back on it. So it's good. It's good. Glad it got fixed.
Yo, right now, Meryl's MVP of this show. There's never been one. Meryl was one. Thanks for coming up to save us, G. Salute to you. If you guys are watching the stream right now, there's a Chillin' Chili's loaded up. There's a CloneX loaded up. JPEG J that she created herself, VRM loaded up. Some dot swoosh Nike kicks loaded up. Rug radio. I mean, logo loaded up. I mean, I can't cut myself off there, right? Rug Radio, right? But so much more, right? You can just keep loading in stuff. So where's this ancient bat at, Dr. Doge? Cut me off. You can now.
All right, we're bringing it in. We're bringing it in right now. So check this out.
And by the way, Hodl CEO is the person who found the ancient bat at 11:30 at night in Central Park in the rain, jumping over hurdles, jumping over bridges, while we had J Tobcat helping us in the DM. Shout out everybody there. Community is strong. We come together and look at this. It's been months in the making, and we're using it, baby. We're using it.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. All right, so here we go. If y'all are watching on the stream, I've got it. It's unzipped. I'm about to bring it in. Let me make a new folder for it. Check this out. I don't even, to be honest, you just sent it. I'm not even sure what this is about to be. So we're about to see.
Oh, it's pretty crazy, actually. We've seen the file
dude,
before.
y'all are going to get a live reaction. I planned this for sure last minute. I was like, you know what? Why didn't I send this to him? Because it's so swampy. It's so his vibe. It's so our vibe, brother. Us, the aliens, right? We ain't from this world.
Oh, these textures. Okay, they got some good textures.
Up the file, y'all. Yeah, I'm giving the commentary for those that don't want to go up in the stream and watch this video. These tools that Change was mentioning earlier. These are the tools that we're giving you guys. Tools here, free tools, free learning. Importing FBX mesh. What is an FBX mesh?
That is essentially a simple form of like your model, whether it's, no different. You got clones, which are like your VRMs, which I'm going to shout out and I'm going to tell y'all now. I'm not no VRM god, but people down there in the audience, they are. Shout out to Howie. Y'all should see what he's been doing out in Hyperfy. Right, he's down there. We got Bogey. We got, I know even Meta Mike. There's tons of people, but you know how with the VRMs, shout out Bev. But like, me, I like the GLBs and the FBXs. That's what I like. And essentially, they're just different model types, different, I guess store different types of information, essentially, right? Unreal Engine, for instance, it pretty much favors in its native form as like, FBXs, which you can import VRMs. There's different plugins and stuff like that you can use. Obviously, like you see Jay's right here. Got this, and there's other ones, and you can do GLBs, but pretty much for like retargeting and stuff like that. Easiest way, I guess, I'd say like for FBX, whereas Neos or really like VR chat and most other places that require an SDK, you can too as well. But VRM is becoming quickly the standard as far as across the board. What people are using when it comes to especially web-based applications. Hyperfy, you see it like on Cyber. Even at VR chat, all of these places, because it's just a lot easier to handle in those types of environments. Oh, I think it just loaded. Let's go. Yeah, it's loading.
Oh, that's incredible. I'm sitting here watching the screen, you guys, And I'm like, what's happening as he's talking? I'm that impatient, right? And he's like, oh, it loaded, like ding, like something just popped out of the oven. And I
Yep.
can see all the traits in the bottom left, or the bottom, the footer of the website, by the way, the footer of the screen. I had to tell somebody what a footer was yesterday. And you can see the bones of the ancient bat. You can see the ribs of the ancient bat. You can see the body parts, the legs. This is crazy.
Oh yeah, we're about to combine it all. Let's see here. Make sure.
Tell us what you're doing, please. Don't be humble here. Be braggadocious.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. So I'm essentially just I'm pulling it in, making sure I'm seeing them all the pieces, but about to make them all together. Essentially, like combining them, all the different meshes to make the full model.
Like Legos, but like on your computer, and you don't have to like accidentally put it in the wrong piece and then have to pull it off and put it back together. Oh, this is cool. I haven't seen this part of the
This is
files,
a
by the way.
dragon.
This is
Okay.
really
All
cool.
right. I see. All right. Let me get these textures in here.
It ain't easy, boo. It ain't easy.
I mean, I sent you these too, right? You have them, correct, Hoddle?
Yeah, I remember I was messing with it, and I was like, we could put a clone head instead of the bat's head because I took the bat's head off.
I pulled it in Lynn's studio. Shout out Zen Doubt, by the way. Shame on me for not plugging the artist. Zen Doubt, incredible artist that we've had on the show. Did the Little Nouns movie in under 90 days. I think they did it in 90 days with Atrium NFT. Check them out. It was incredible. I actually, Zen Doubt created a file for me. I think it's GTLF. Is that it? That you pull into Lynn's studio? And I pulled that into Lynn's studio, and that's wild. So it's all in there together. I don't know what we could do with that as a filter, but that's something we could use. You're pulling up textures, everybody. He's pulling up textures. Like, what are people in there? If someone's in their car, they're like, what is he doing? I can't see this. But if you're in a Tesla, dude, if someone's in a Tesla, by the way, and you can watch this or stream this, or if you're in any car with the display screen and you can stream or watch our show on it, please let us know. Please send us a screenshot. I'll reward you. I'll look out for you. Definitely something.
Please don't
Yeah.
crash.
Oh yeah. Well, you can put on the auto driving mode, right? You know what I'm saying? This is wild.
All right, open up Blender real quick too to see.
So what I'm hoping what you're doing, Dr. Doge, is once you get this this ancient bat together, I'm hoping how hard would it be to throw it into your swamp world?
Oh, not hard at all. I'll just pop it in.
It's just like
I'll
dragging and
swap over to
dropping
that
when I
map.
like drag and drop on my computer a file or an image to somebody. It's that easy.
Essentially, I mean, depending on what you're going for, an Unreal Engine or really any of these platforms, really only takes like a little bit of time to effort just to put in and learn essentially just the basics, and then from there branch off into whatever you'd like to do, whether that's model sculpting, whether that's actual more in-depth type decoding the actual trait make, anything like this. I do, I guess you would say, in Unreal a lot more of the cinematic type of stuff, movie making, the filmography side of it. Even though there's customizations and stuff like that being made to the avatars, I think that's like more of my strong suit versus people down like in the audience, fucking Howie. He does a lot of the in-depth, more of if you need some crazy stuff like the building when it comes to the rigs, the actual knowing the in-depths of like the VRMs, modeling, coding, like how stuff works, the inner stuff. Shout out Howie. I don't know. It's just like even Gary, man. He's over there, and like you've seen the stuff that he makes, even in VR, like the actual it's production quality style stuff, especially when it's VR production, VR everything, especially Blender. But this here, I feel like now is kind of slowly more of my strong suit, is leaning towards these like cinematic stuff, whether or not that's in VR, whether or not it's in Unreal Engine, anything that in the metaverse. That's what I like to consider, I guess, what I do in that aspects. Yep.
So he's pulled the bat together. I can see the bat fully formed now. The bones of the bat. He hasn't gotten the textures on it, the blood, I'm excited for you to see it all put together. But I do have another question there for you. You've mentioned a ton of people here, a
Uh-huh.
ton of projects. You're very humble, man. You've shouted out like 20 plus people. It's incredible. With all these projects and everything you're working with, is there any limitations there with any of these things where you could give feedback and say, hey, maybe you guys could build this for me? Because one thing I learned in e-commerce is sometimes when that tool or that thing is not there for me in the back end, I can just ask for it and get that made, or I can create it
Yep.
myself. Is there anything that like comes to mind when I ask you that?
Definitely. Well, I don't want to like get ganged up on here, but people also know I'm pretty vocal about that stuff, right? Like, me and the clones weren't always the best of terms, and I mean, there's as far as people, I don't really have no issues with no projects. But now, when it comes to this, tools that could be done, what I will say is this, right? There's at this point in time, if you have a 3D project, there's absolutely like, and if you've got the funding for it, and I mean, I won't. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out. Especially like clones, right? Should not have taken the community to be able to even make clone tools, right? That should have been. There's no reason these things should come in freaking zip files. I've got files from projects, right, that are way equivalent to the detail, poly count, everything of like CloneX, and they come in and they're like a fraction of the size, right? And that's not just CloneX. There's quite a few. So like when it comes to that, like tools, things that projects could offer, definitely give your holders those tools, like a means to actually use their assets, right? They shouldn't have to outsource to other people to be able to do that, right? Even if it's something basic along that lines, right? Yeah, you might have to bring it into Blender, but give them tutorials how to do other things like that. You know what I mean? Even if it's not a fully rigged model, or something along that nature. But yeah, I think that's really what a lot of projects, a lot of people could actually go about doing. And there's not too many, in the space that don't, but most of the stuff that's out there is community created. Like there's no doubt about that, at all. Like a good 80 to 90%, I would say, is, that community freaking driven made, whether it's tools and they got picked up, and that's for a lot of projects. So yeah, definitely that's something I would definitely say.
No, I
More
appreciate
access
that
to that.
honesty. You know what I'm saying? I think we all should, be honest and transparent. And, unfortunately, a lot of things get turned into FUD and negativity, but like you can only get better. You know what I mean? Like I still have PTSD from past jobs where like I have a boss now, he's incredible. And like I still get scared to ask him for help or ask him for something. And then he's like, oh, it's no problem. We can just add that. Like it's no big deal. Cause I'm so used to having a boss where I'm like, can we get this? And they're like, how much does it cost? I don't care. You can lose a finger. Hell, you can lose a whole arm. But these are just things. I just want you to be honest about it because I know people are always listening. And one thing that Jay and I have always learned is like, getting to add value, getting to add things that weren't there. Shout out Beb for real because he created something that wasn't there, something that was needed, and that was clone tools. And we all use it every day, all of us clones. So shout out to Beb, big deal on that. And he does a lot of our VRMs too. I love that. Hodl CEO, did you have anything more, Hodl CEO, or were you just throwing flowers? I don't want to be too much of a chatty guy up here. We will go over a little bit because I don't feel like we gave you your due time because we had all that, on-brand rug radio rugging in the beginning with the audio.
Me? This is not my interview. This is Dr. Doge's interview. I just came up for flowers.
Oh, cool.
Um,
All right. That's fine. That's cool.
but I can
Dr.
say stuff. I'll just say, in Hodel we trust and that kind of stuff or something. I'm seeing the skeleton. We got the
Classic
bone
today.
textures
It's
on.
great.
Okay, it was good I
Nice
called
today.
on him because he's actually watching the stream, everybody. There's a reason why. There's no coincidences here. He's actually watching the stream. Bless you, sir. Bless you. Look at this. It's a bat. It's a skeleton bat. Wait a minute. Are you going to bring this into the trailer, put it out right away with the bat in the trailer right away? You could do that too, you couldn't you? You're that mad.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. once it's set up, like this is a whole. I mean, you can see this is just one area of it. This is there. It's a little behind the scenes. There's some, yeah,
I get an idea.
some other stuff
If
down
I was
here.
like a film or a filmmaker, or if I was trying to pitch a film to somebody, right? I would like create this right here and then pitch them this film and be like, "Hey, give me, let me make Barbie for you. Look, like can't you see yourself as a tool at that? Are there any examples within your communities where somebody has done that to secure something?"
Uh, I think I might have got a little bit. Let me see. Like it's used something like, hey, making along that lines of like a major cinematic and like going towards like a big company.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, I guess the most I could think I could say is even with the voids. There was a bit back where it was like, was it On Chain Spirits, and there's a couple of people that actually have their voids, and I mean this is a few communities that's in the 3D space, on a actual chain of like soju spirits and stuff like that, and that's pretty cool. But I mean, as far as like major cinematics, I know Holiday, everybody, y'all know him. He actually was the creator of I'm a DJ, and he is also one of the people that worked on the Dask. If you're familiar with them at all, they're like a 3D skeleton project as well. But he pretty much helped with the Kia commercial. And, that kind of replaced the hamsters, if y'all ever see it, with the soul, and it's the new one. So if you've ever seen that or whatever, that's the actual Dask project. And as far as that, I mean, I think that's, the most I've ever known for that. We've got some that have made some pretty crazy stuff, but never like, oh, hey, here's the Disney, or anything. I think everybody's just kind of making their own crazy stuff.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
wonder if Jay can pull up that Kia commercial in the back.
Yeah, I think replacing the Kia hamsters is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that's a big deal for sure. Kia's huge, the Kia boys, be safe out there. Kia's huge out there. They're actually building a new Kia near me right now. There's like two of them on the same strip. It's like, what the hell do you need all these Kias for? Yo, fun random question. When you're fishing, do you prefer live or artificial bait, and why?
All right, so I'm gonna be honest. At this particular pond at the house now, I've been straight up using like artificial because if you've seen in the videos and just even some of the live stream, I normally feed the little perch, the brim, the stuff out there, and it's too easy. Like if I put a cricket or a little worm or something that's live, and I just throw it straight out into that little school of fish, it's gonna get caught, and that just feels too easy. So like I've been using artificial a lot, just to like fish them deeper sections and get the shit that's gonna be a little bit more of a fight to come up with, and yeah. So I mean, but depending on the location, yeah, definitely live bait. But here lately, yeah, definitely artificial. Yep.
Do you have a specific name for artificial or live when it comes to mind? Because I do, because I'm sitting here seeing if we're going to be going fishing soon.
All right. Yeah. So live. All right. Think about it like crickets. Little shiners, which are like little minnow, little basically bait. If you're fishing like little lakes and stuff along that nature, ponds, little mini whatever. But I guess you can go do really a lot of stuff live. I mean, it's kind of name, but artificials. I don't know. I like using pretty much just like fake lizards. Guess you'd say like just artificial that and spinners do good. A little bit of poppers, they seem to work, but yep. Oh, dude, this is coming along sick. Okay, we almost got the ancients in. Oh yeah,
It's got an aura too. It is gonna look sick. I don't know if it's animated though. It might be.
For the audience, it's like,
we
what
can
the hell are all
retarget it.
these questions for? We're still cooking. When people in those big spaces that you're in sometimes, those big Twitter spaces, and they're like, well, he's cooking or she's cooking, right? Well, we're actually cooking here. Things are actually coming out when we're cooking, baby. We're actually eating here. Oh my gosh, that ancient bat is looking wild, looking really good. To follow up on the fishing question, Helger mites for live bait all day long, and crick hoppers for artificial. They're cheap. You can get them at Walmart. You know, this is not sponsored by Walmart or crick hoppers. But hey, look at that. So what's your reaction to this now? It's the first time you're seeing it. I slid this into him 10 minutes before we went live, everybody.
This is pretty fucking nuts. I like this. This is wild.
Yeah, I didn't see it
Dude,
this
there's
good, but
so
it's
much
looking
could
good.
be done with this. Holy shit.
Look at those textures by the ear. My God.
Yeah, I know, dude. Like, look at this. Like, here, let me zoom in. This is pretty crazy.
Whoa, this is the first time I'm getting to see it this way because I've only seen it in Lynn's studio. This is incredible. Wow. I hit a request down there to Huda, the community bat manager of Crypto Bats, to see if he could. I elbowed him to see if he could come up here on stage to see if he's seeing it, because this is so cool. I really want, yeah. And guess what? This bat, this NFT, can bite 69 times, baby, and it can mutate 69 times with other NFT projects. It's not. It's more than just this like crazy digital asset. You know what I mean? So like, wow, Hodl CEO, good point on you grabbing it. It fits us.
Sick.
It fits the clone community. It fits us, right? Who the hell said that PFP? Who said PFPs are going to be 2D? They're crazy. 3D, baby. But I do love 2D. Don't get me wrong. So what can we do with it? Can you animate it? What else can we do with it? Tell the audience what we can take this now, and it won't just be like a stagnant thing. Like it's not just like an NFT, like when you go to On Cyber and you click it to the wall, right? You can actually do more with it.
Yep. Essentially, yeah, if you've got it like this, you could always rig pretty much anything. I mean, there's obviously, more quadruped, more stuff along this nature. It's a little bit different than actually just taking it and making it, to like a humanoid type shape. But no, definitely, this could be animated. This could be actually with the wings and everything. Kind of give you an example. Let me see here. I'll pop something, and it might be able to be even retargeted depending on what it actually has within it. So here, I'll give you an example. So if I go to, let me see your content, features, where we're at here.
This is the coolest thing ever. I just love it when like we're not watching Floor. We're not watching OpenSea or Blur. We're like over here watching a stream of somebody do incredible things with Unreal 5 technology, right? This is Unreal 5, right?
Yep, this right here is Unreal. Yep, Unreal 5.
Wow. And Hodl, you're joining us on your phone, but are you watching it on a computer or your phone?
No, I'm at the PC. I'm home. I'm looking at on the computer.
Okay, cool. Because again, a reminder, everybody, you can watch it on your phone, dual screen, which is so cool. You're bringing in the dragon now, which is so crazy. You can fly the dragon. I saw you post a picture of that earlier.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. That's the thing. Let me bring this into the swamp. To be honest, I could probably
take us to the swamp. Earlier
that's
for
right.
anybody joining now, you mentioned you went from Louisiana to Mississippi and the swamp. So like we talked about fishing. So how much does your surrounding area like inspire you to build these worlds? Like, some people like they may go to like live in a like volcano in virtual reality, but you're kind of like building the world you live in IRL or kind of around you, or are you trying to share that with other people and be like, well, hey, this is kind of like where I live, but I can't really like fly you down here, but I can bring you in this world.
Definitely kind of, and I guess, I mean, I've always had that, like, style of, whatever, that's what it is, the swamp, man. I guess it's kind of home, that foresty, anything like that in that nature, but really even in before moving back, I guess, to this particular spot, I guess being stuck in the house, everything like that, being in the city-wise, just building that, man. I started one day kind of putting together stuff, learning the procedural generation and everything in Unreal Engine, and kind of just making a little bit of environment that was kind of like I guess you would say like a terraforming in a sense of, going from like the swamp if the aliens landed and stuff like this, and you'll see here. But yeah, that's kind of, I guess you could say that's kind of what it was, being around and just making something that's familiar. in that sense. Yep.
The screen's frozen on JPEG J right now. And when I sent her the trailer, she said, "Oh my gosh, I look so bootleg. I love it." Jay, I got to get your thoughts and feels on this.
I look like I'm from like a PlayStation game.
It's the VRM. It does, and it's so not even out of place. Like, it looks great in here, but like this the offset that's like needed with this, especially with everything here, and it kind of gets it like it fits to that whole nature of, especially when you're in Hyperfire, you're in somewhere else, right? Like all these different metaverses, Neo's VR chat, wherever it's at, yeah, yeah, they might be a lot of furries. You're going to see a lot of those, nothing wrong with that, whatever. But for the most part, nowadays, everybody has some crazy stuff. Everybody, you might see freaking Spider-Man running around, right? You've got people, look at that. I mean, I know for a fact, like, Howie's down there making some crazy avatars. Like, Bogey's making crazy avatars. Like,
He just said that he could rig the ancient bat and make it dance on Hyperfy.
Now, that's putting words in my mouth. I don't know if I said that I could rig it and make it dance in Hyperfire.
Oh no, Howie said this.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. I was about to say he definitely can. Me, I can make it probably do some stuff in here, but that's what I said like earlier. That's that level of expertise. Like, I know what I know, and then there's a gang of homies that know what they know. Definitely. Yeah, so I'll definitely, if that's cool, yeah, I'll definitely shoot the files over to Howie for real. Like, if that's cool as well. Everybody else, because I mean, that's normally what we do, things like that. So yeah, and he could do some crazy stuff with it too. Yeah.
That was. Are you so reloading it? Are we waiting until the visually? Are we waiting to get?
Oh, did it not look? All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought I clicked it, and I guess I didn't. So
good.
now, all right, it's not gonna take long. Yeah, it's in here.
I love it. I love it that you thought my co-host was being spicy with you. I thought she was being spicy with you for a second. I was like, "Wow, Jay, episode 43, she getting comfortable up on there. She's gonna get her own show soon." And then she's like, "Nah, this is Howie. I'm just repeating what he said. Important. Quoting people there." Question. What are some other hobbies that you like to do when you're not strapped in? I mean, I'm sure you like video games, right? I would assume, or is that bad to assume, right?
Oh no. That's good to assume. It definitely. We've been known to do a little bit of some Fortnite streams and stuff within there, but I'm gonna be honest. I like my favorite all time by far is Fallout. Die-hard Fallout fan. All right, and some of the homies down there, they'll even, when the internet's not doing so good, or it's just like those moments where it's like not in that creative mood. I'm either in some old school Fallout New Vegas, or some Red Dead Redemption 2, or figuring out how to get there. It's like there's ways you can mod other games, right? And there's different things kind of playing around, just trying to figure out where can you get these avatars into, like what kind of stuff can you get it into, but definitely pretty big video game fan.
If I have a powerful enough computer, can I mod any favorite video game of mine? Like how, makes me want to just throw the next credit card at that, Tell me about it.
Well, with not everything, absolutely not. But there are a lot of things that you can, obviously, like GTA, right? Like the old Fallout games, a lot of stuff like this. But even Elden Ring too. You can even get some save files, and it's really, if it allows for modding, there's a good chance you can actually get an avatar. It might take a little bit of work, right? It might not just be as easy as dropping a file in and going through there. You might need some rebuilding to it and everything. But yeah, if you've got the means to do it and it'll allow for it, you can absolutely, yeah.
I think I saw a stream where somebody modded GTA and made themselves the submersible and just was like, I'm around, like going around the Titanic, like live just on TikTok for like hours.
Oh yes, yeah. GTA by far has some of the craziest avatars, the models that you could use there, the pets, and like I said, not even shouting it out, but by far, like if y'all ever just want to try out the actual Chillin' Chili server, and you've got GTA and 5M, literally just search Chilling Chilies and like you can find it. And it's even if you don't have an avatar in there, there's a lot of the public ones. Most people actually offered up like their avatar models to be used as like public models throughout the project, so most of them have like at least one community model, and some people have multiple, of their own personals that they've got in that can be used as well. But yeah, it's that's one of the, I'd say, more modded games that's out there, that's like mainstream in that sense. Yeah. Whether or not if it's even 3D related or Web3 related, right? Like it's just modded in general with some of the craziest stuff you'd probably see.
Earlier, y'all mentioned POV, and he was sharing some video clips of you guys playing it. That was really cool. And as we're watching this video, one thing that I noticed is that, you know how you guys will get a load bar for certain things? Well, when you load in these worlds as it's loading, it just loads in the world. Like, it's like pop, pop, there's a building. Oh, all of a sudden there's like a car. Like, this is wild. So now there's like, if you know his PFP, like, or the degen thing, yeah, it's PFP. He has like a giant statue of it, looking like the statue out there in Brazil. And so I guess we're just waiting for these assets to load in the world, right? Like it looked like, yeah, pretty much. It looked like Minecraft in the beginning, if you're watching, and now there's a whole forest. Wow.
Yeah, I had to do a little bit of. It's been a second since I've popped into this one, but
Hello,
yeah,
world. How do you
this
feel when
is
you
the
pop into
forest.
a world, Like, how do you feel? You're like, what's up, man? Oh, I remember you. Like, like when I go and look at a painting I did a year ago, I'm like, man, that was terrible. Or like, I was like, that's great. Like, how do you feel? Like, how many worlds have you created?
Oh, a bit in Neos VR. Probably one of the heaviest places that I've been into. I've got around around 20 something worlds probably that I've created in there, give or take. Maybe 12 to 13 that are like really fully built, but not, I mean, they're not crazy or like made anything like some people could make. But yeah, on that level there, I've got about 2,200 hours in Neos. And here in Unreal Engine, let me check my library here. I've got a few projects open, but there's kind of, let's see, 1, 2, 3. That one's just the whole biome thing there. Shout out Howie down there for this too, because this is one of those models. But this isn't like really built. A lot of these is pretty much like the swamp that you're seeing right now. This is one of the first in Unreal that actually is like the whole environment, from pretty much some of the sculpting of the terrain, the actual procedural trees, everything else, like from the grass, the put in, the terraforming, the ships, all of this stuff, the water system. That's pretty much all like me having had put it in and created from scratch. So let me change this lighting up. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, the graphics at first looked like old school Metal Gear, and now it's like really rendering in. It's nuts how it does this instead of just you looking at a load bar and then it being done, and
Yep.
then all of a sudden it's just bam, it's there. Oh my gosh, I was great with that reply earlier. GIF. You do have a jet boat. He's got a fan swamp
Yep.
boat right there. Let's go, Meryl. Go ahead, baby. What's good?
Just wondering what computer hardware you're using, Dodge.
I'm using a Rogue, pretty much just a RTX 3080. Yep, 16 gigs of RAM. But like I said, my internet it kind of goes in and out every once in a while. But I'm pulling like 10 megabytes a second now. So yeah, it's kind of that's been hindering a little bit lately. So yeah, if anything goes in and out, that's probably why. Yeah, but the system, that's what I'm rocking with. Yep,
You could
3080.
use
Yeah.
some more RAM.
I remember when you when we connected like a while ago, you were on your VR headset, and you basically had your desktop in the Neos platform. So you're controlling your desktop, but also you're using Neos, and it's just like he just lives in these 3D spaces and builds these 3D worlds, and it's just insane. Like I don't understand how there is more eyes on Neos or the Chili's or that whole crew. It's just but they just live and breathe this stuff. When people say like, oh, no one uses VR, It's like I would beg to differ. These guys have it on charge all the time. They probably have like those permanent marks around their eyes. Just like have maybe even like eye shapes have changed and everything. So yeah, these are the ones using it, and yeah, getting to know it really well. So I'm hoping that at some point. What is your day job? Like I don't know if that's been asked, but like I feel like this would be something that you would love if it was like a day-to-day thing. Huh?
Yeah, dude, no, definitely. I wish, like, you could say I had like a regular day job, but you're pretty much looking at it. I mean, odd and end stuff around, there. I guess you would say, handiwork, different things along there. But pretty much, yeah, this has been pretty much it for a bit now. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm getting paid fucking much. I don't get paid shit really. If I'm doing like every once in a while the commission work on here, yeah, but most of the time it's between this and everything else that I'm doing outside in the real world. Which yeah, so been slowly trying to find shit to offset it. Yeah,
So great point.
but
Great
that's
segue there,
honestly it.
Dr. Doge. How could somebody support you if they wanted to support you besides a simple like and repost and maybe sharing them on spaces for like a whole hour and continuing to run the space for another 15 minutes if you giving the audience and the place their due diligence, and the guest up here who shouted out 20 plus people. And some of y'all I requested up here to speak after he mentioned your names 3 times. I was like, 3 times ding, you get a request button. 3 times ding, you get a request button. I think I'm going to do that in the future. That's going to be my mantra going forward.
Yo, no, dude, this is, to be honest, I mean, I don't really ever ask for much, dude. This is it. This is pretty much awesome support here. And like I said, yeah, so like if there's ever anything that's there, dude, fuck yeah. Just, I mean, y'all want to buy some Popeye's chicken sandwich and some stuff? Y'all ever want some awesome stuff made? Definitely, I'll drop that ETH address, You definitely get some Hot Pockets and shit like that. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, that's what I've seen. Like, it's when it comes, if it's that route and stuff like that, but I don't know, I'm not, yeah.
Dude, I'll
Give
I'll
it a
buy
like,
you
give
some
it a
Popeye's
retweet.
chicken. You just gotta post it. You know what I mean? You gotta post it. You gotta post it. You gotta post it. Listen, I'm getting to a next question, y'all. Stop rushing me, everybody. Everybody's rushing me. It's crazy, So I'm getting to this next question. I will totally buy you Popeye's chicken. How the hell do you keep that beautiful Gandalf beard of yours so crisp and clean?
All right, that's the real alpha. Okay, so let me explain. Got to wash it, and you got to towel dry it, right? But you can't just like you got to take it in a towel, right? You got to all right. I've watched my ex dry her hair a lot before, and that was kind of like the reverse. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that, but like instead of like leaving it up and drying it, no, you got to wrap it up. And you just gotta think of it like some spaghetti noodles in the pack. When you first get them, you take them between your hands and you like rub. You know what I'm talking about. You get the motion, right? You just gotta dry it off really quick, all right? And then you just gotta go outside for a little bit and let that shit air dry. It's all natural. That's it. All right. It's crispy. It's there. Conditioner twice a week. That's about. You don't want it too soft because it gets too
Oh snap! Jay pulling
too
up a
silky and
picture
it
of you with
breaks.
your beard. Look at that thing. Do you do the beard oils? You get smelling?
No,
No.
no, that's too oily, bro. No, you got to do the bare minimum. I'm telling you, too much stuff, man. It is 2023. There's no telling what they're putting in them fucking ointments and stuff, right? If it's not, no, That's probably why I'm going bald up top, anyways. Well, my beard's probably so long, to be honest. But yeah, no shit.
I'm glad I asked this. That is
All
the real
natural.
alpha. So Teach, you've got your Aztec pyramid pulled up here in the swamp. I can
Oh yeah,
see
yeah.
the
Let me
the
bring the
water is
dragon.
literally like rippling. Like, so are we loaded in here?
Yeah, so it's
This is
loaded now. Like I
incredible.
can, I'm playing around with the actual. Let me see here. You can just, if you've been in Unreal, you know what I mean. Like you just control the sun, different things like this, whatever time you'd like it to be. Let me see here. Go there, different things like this, the lighting wise. But to give you all a good example, let me see. Oh yeah, there's the dragon from earlier.
There's a dragon in the
With the
distance.
thing.
And there's a chili. There's a chillin' chilies on it.
and he's
Oh, and
gone.
he's flying now.
So yeah, he's flying.
Whoa.
So basically, if you're seeing it now, this is just like essentially this is the sequencer for this whole map, which is, if you're familiar with like animating things like that, right? This is pretty much what drives everything in this whole entire world that is animated. So you can see here, I pretty much have like a couple of cameras, the camera rigs, the cranes. I think I've got like 5 cameras in here, plus tons of the actual avatars. I mean, I'll show you in a minute now. It's loaded, but yeah, same way. I mean, you see the different animations at the different times where things would pop off, different keyframes. And basically, yeah, this is this is why it's so crazy looking. I forgot to put that new skybox on there. So let me do this here.
And for those that weren't
Let me
seeing what
click
he was
that.
talking about, it kind of looked like iMovie. It kind of looked like Descript, the way it looked, the classic, like, pick your spot, cut it, edit, the way it was. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like you're not seeing like all these individual like pictures and stuff like on the editing board kind of deal. Because all this is brand new to me. I'm excited. This is the next step. I'm taking notes. There'll be an animation from me, y'all. Trust it and believe it. So I'm gonna go. I think we can go. What do you think? 8 more minutes, my brother.
Oh
Is that
yeah, dude,
cool?
I'm good whenever, man. I'm
That's
honored
great.
that y'all even got me on this long,
No,
dude.
I
Yeah,
want
this is pretty.
I
This
want
is
to
pretty
give you
dope.
your due time, man, for real. And we're definitely gonna have to have you back because, like I said, the first time that I wanted you on here, you didn't even have Unreal 5. So like, it would have been cool. We would have had you on anyway because this Unreal 5 thing is a progression, and you'll just keep progressing as we go. If anybody has any final thoughts, questions, comments, flowers, please request up to speak. If you want to know where any of this stuff is, I think we've shared it all out as much as possible. Dr. Doge, I'm not going to tell you to jump in his DM, but if you do, I think he's more than nice and helpful. He helped me with that zip file problem we had the other day, and you helped it. And thank you. And can you tell me what you figured out with that, with the clone files?
Oh, yeah. So definitely. Well, in particular with the files that had, I guess, with the trying to get them into clone tools. Thankfully, you had a VRM, but there was one set in the actual zip folder where you had a double, the eyebrows, and it was like a double copied. So, yeah, shout out, dude. Yeah, in the YGJ chat, man, homie yesterday was like, hey, check this out. Shout out, Dom. He was like, this might happen if there's like an extra, file or something in the folder that is with the naming system, like a one after it. But it was similar to that, and essentially, yeah, once I just deleted that out and re-zipped it up and brought it in, I guess it read that VRM file that was already, in that as well. And I was able to go through and pretty much export, accordingly, whether it was the FBX and stuff, and brought it in. But yeah, so that was pretty much it. Just went through and searched for that extra file that was inside those zip folders. Yep.
Wow. Well, there you go. That's problem solving in real time. So if anybody out there with CloneX files, has had that similar issue, there we go. I think we solved it there. All right, I've got more questions. I got to hit some staples here. I'm coming over. We're going eating. Am I eating at your house? Are we eating out? Where are you taking me? What are we eating?
All right, so in this particular town, look, I can make some burgers. I can throw some stuff on the grill. We'll go get some stuff. But we could always go back down to New Orleans because that's not too far. It's like an hour or so away. But if you come, you know what I mean? Go take you down there and get some good cuisine, But yeah, there's literally, bro, I live like 30, 45 minutes from the nearest like McDonald's. So it's going to be a drive. There's some good local spots, but I'll just be, I would try. I've got sick a couple times from eating at these local places, unless it's like Ward's, but that's just like McDonald's. So yeah, I'm either gonna make some good food, or I'm gonna take you down to New Orleans.
I
Definitely.
haven't been to New Orleans, so let's go catch some beads sometimes. Yes, Jay will come with me. Jay will be there. I love Jay. We go on wild adventures together. No, it's not because I have to. It's because I want to. I'm crazy about her, you know. Wow, that got me off subject a little there because I'm picturing like us sucking the heads of crawfish and us just getting wild with it down there on Bourbon Street, which I love. You know what I'm saying? Is there? Oh, here it is. This is something that was wild. We were talking about. We were talking about the other day, and you said, "Oh, I can't wait for that new Apple Vision." I was like, "Wow!" Like this dude was like, "Take my $3,500." Can you tell us why you're so excited and why you don't care about the price tag?
So, well, definitely care about the price tag because I probably can't afford it. But I would definitely, like I said, this is probably going to be one of the first Apple products that if I could get my hands on it and actually get one, I would definitely probably use in a long time just to see what it's, I guess what it's like. I mean, yeah, like I even mentioned to you the other day, there is people already taking the software essentially or the actual OS behind it and using it in headsets outside of, the Apple Vision. And if that could be brought into it, just however that system works into more places besides a $3,500 headset, oh, dude, that would be amazing. But like, yeah, even it is pretty wild for what it can do like that. But I don't think it's justifiable for $3,500 at all because you got the Quest Pro that's pretty much essentially. I don't want to say it's the same. I don't want to go throughout and say it's the same, but I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. It would be one of the Apple products that I would ever use in a long time because I don't like Apple. I don't like iOS, but it's I don't want to say revolutionary because I've never even used it, but from what I've seen, it's definitely a step in like for the first thing Apple really metaverse truly related. Yeah, it's probably gonna open up a lot more people's eyes to what kind of stuff that could be done with this, in the AR realm, in this whole just, you know, overlay, if you look at it like that, right? Because that's essentially all it is. It's like a second layer to what you're already perceiving in your daily life, right? No matter how long you use it, no matter what, that kind of seems like what it's more designed for.
Someone in a
Yep.
boardroom just now went, "Got him." Hell yeah. I love that answer. And thank you for always being honest and transparent with it. Howie, how are you today? You are like Beetlejuice. You're
Let's
mentioned
go.
4 times and you appear. How are you?
What's up? What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sound great.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for having me up. I was trying to get up earlier, but the desktop version of Twitter Space was rugging out on me. It was not letting me join.
Shame on me for
Yo, there's a
suggesting that
desktop now?
earlier. Shame on me for
Yeah,
suggesting that earlier. Damn.
yeah, I'm on desktop now. Actually, I'm pretty glad that it's actually working, and I don't have to rig it and put an Android version. And I want to thank Doge actually. Thanks Doge for all the flowers he's been throwing this whole time, and right back at him. I mean, like you said, he's probably is the most humble person I've met so far in this whole space. He's the first person to say that everybody else helps him so much and brings him up along the way, and and I'm glad that you brought up the Apple headset because that's actually why I came up here was because Doge is so humble. He will never ask for anything but Popeye's chicken. But I know exactly how we could all help Dr. Doge is Dr. Doge needs a new headband for his VR headset because little do you know, he does all of this amazing work with a headset that is so rigged, it's like his fishing pole.
Wait, what? Like, does he need that? Like, here, if you're looking at the stream, y'all, does he need this one with the adjustable? You hear it? You hear it? Does he need this one with the adjustable?
That's what he
All right,
needs.
that's it. That's it. We'll get it for him. We'll make it happen. But thank you. That's why we do this show. That's why we have people up on here because there's so many artists out there. I mean, I can't even think of how many millions of artists are sitting out there doing some of the same stuff as Dr. Doge, and he knows it. And they just need someone to pull them up on a stage and give them some time. And I hope, Dr. Doge, you continue with this and you keep going. And I don't want to cut you off there, Howie, if you had more to say.
No, you're good. You're good. I just came up here to give Doge his flowers right back to him because he's been giving them to me the whole time. I hear him.
Dog, I appreciate that. Yo, much love, Howie. Yes, like, shit. It's been a good little bit now. We've known each other, man, and it's helped me a whole lot, especially when there's shit I don't know when it comes to this. personal wise, freaking non 3D wise. Like, yeah, no, dude, I appreciate that, and it's. Like that's kind of like the little running thing, whatever, bro. There's times I'll pop out and I'll send pictures and stuff too. But yeah, I got the original straps that's still on the headset, like from OG. Like that Quest 2 I've got has been for like almost 2 years now. I got it super glued back on that shit, but it works, so I don't really give a shit. You know what I mean? Like fuck it, if it works, I ain't worried. The lens ain't cracked, so I'm good.
Dude, you're a true artist, like an artist who's, their easels covered in paint, you know what I mean? Their aprons covered in paint or glue or resin. I mean, that's incredible. Thank you, Howie, for coming up. And thank you for me for bringing up fucking that Apple headset, even though I didn't want to. But I felt like if I did say it, I felt maybe someone would be like, I have something to say about that headset. So that's why we kind of put those questions in there. But I keep that transparent with my audience because there's no gimmicks in this space when it comes to listening to me, guys. I keep it 100% genuine. Yo, I want to give our guest, who's been incredible today, you guys saw it. I gave him a file before the show. He brought it in. That was wild. We got 2 reactions up on stage of people just, wiling out on it. Like, just keep doing it. If there's any more people like this incredible artist that we should highlight, interview, get up on the stage, please pop in my DM. Let me know where they are. It does not matter how many followers they have. It does not matter at all. Like, we want to just highlight incredible people on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Doge, I want to give you the second to the last word before we close this out. And thank you so much for going over today. And thank you to my audience for bearing with us. We'll continue to work on these technicalities as we continue.
Yo, no, definitely. Like I said, yeah, man, thanks again for having me on here, especially like this long, even going over. And it's like, yeah, my bad for the technical issues in the beginning. We got through it. We got it. We figured out what that was. But, dude, like I said, there's quite a few people, I've hit you up in the DMs too about, different people as well like that. But, man, I'm stoked. This actually went pretty well. And I said, oh, yeah, I got that as well. What y'all sent the Ancients in. He's loaded in here. And definitely going to get a lot more of that stuff and get some stuff made up with this because this is pretty sick. But, dude, I'm beyond thankful like for y'all having me up here, and it's been a minute since I've been like in a Twitter space talking like this. Oh, dude, like we do a lot too, especially with we've talked about that even before in the last couple times, like the Crypto Novo. That's kind of pretty much where it was. We'd normally do like a live show from the metaverse. The last year or so. And been like weekly and everything like that, and definitely gonna reach out for him and get y'all introduced as well, because I think it's pretty much like the same thing. I'm pretty sure you'd love to. But yeah, dude, this has been awesome. I'm really appreciative. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. And stick around. You're in the StreamYard. We'll have a little post talk after the show. I love that with my guests, by the way. Yeah, we talk after. We have a little chit chat, y'all.
Yep.
We got a little chit chat. You know what I'm saying? We love it. Hey, I don't know if you can real quick, but this would be good. Oh, did you already leave the stream? Is he gone?
No, I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
There you are.
No,
Jake pushed you away. Is there any way in your stream, could you just go to your avatar real quick and just like, as I close out the show, you just pull up all your crazy stuff, make yourself big, whatever you want to do. Just go ballistic on it. Just show people what you can do. He literally tried to pull his alien off his back the other day, and he pulled out a sniper rifle on me. Just be careful. Just be careful.
Let me switch back to that. I got it over. I just got to pop it back on real quick. Yeah,
no
with the
worries.
headset. That ain't gonna take long.
I want to give you your full. I really feel like I didn't give him his full time, y'all. I feel like we could be here all day for real. Like I feel like people like Dr. Doge will literally be teaching college level classes eventually doing this, and it's like, for me personally, like, yeah, you could say AI, but like me, I need a little hands-on. I really do. I need an individual to sit down. Like earlier when he's like, oh yeah, I'm just putting it all together now. I'm putting the bat together now. I'm like, what does putting it together mean? Like, there's definitely a technical term there. If you're trying to relay it to somebody else. One of my favorite scientific projects is teaching somebody how to do a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and writing down all the steps. It's really insane if you literally do what is on the instructions, But yeah, he's pulling it up here. But yeah, Jay, anything final from you, Jay? I love that you've been so patient and so cooperative. She is a technology master, and I know this show has stressed her out a little bit.
Just a little.
But in a good
Like
way.
a
It's
little
not
bit.
because of Dr. Doge. It's because we have so many wires moving around in this space. Cool. All right, Dr. Doge, are you going to load up soon? I don't want to keep people here.
Yep, it's loading up. It's loading up right now. Yeah.
This is like when you're at an event, y'all, and you're like, hey, let me show you this picture on my phone. And you're scrolling and you're like, I know it's here. And you're like, you're keeping going and they're talking to you about whatever it is you're trying to find on your phone. And you're like, I know it's here. And you're scrolling and you're scrolling. And then eventually you're like, man, I can't find it. And he's like, it's all good. I'm done. I'm done talking about whatever it was anyway. And y'all just move on to the next thing. And then you just kind of point across the room. You're like, yeah, so that thing, it's just human, like, the technology doesn't want us to move as fast as we want it to. And it's funny how he was like, being a little poo-pooey about Apple products earlier, because I had a friend that worked at Apple and he said the number one call that he got every single day from Apple customers is, how can I make my machine go faster? Like, people would call the week after buying it and they would be like, there's something wrong with my machine. It's not going fast. And like, he's like, no, ma'am, like, it's as fast as it can go. It cannot go any faster. You just bought it last week, So Neos is loading because I really do want to just give him his a really good send out here, y'all, because it's really cool. Yeah, this is so nuts, and he's doing this all with his Oculus headset. By the way, if you have a stigma like I do, you can get special contact lenses. So you can wear contact lenses in Oculus, special Oculus contact lenses. Just so everybody knows, like, there's a way that this can work better for you. As Change mentioned earlier, right, about the tools in the space to work better for us. So I see you here, Doge. You can talk over me if you want.
Oh, yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, is it working? Am I coming through? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me pull my. There we go. What about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh my God. I was like, if it was gonna start echoing, I'm like, and that's Rug Radio. We out. I love it. No, you're good.
Yep,
I see like
it's loading there.
I see like an Oculus
now.
box.
Oh yeah. That's me. You see these little handset things
hand.
like that? It's
So it's all
loading up this
in
world
right now. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's just let it.
It's taking a
Let's
second.
just load it in. And in the meantime, I can thank Hodl CEO for coming. I can thank Meryl. I can thank Howie. I can thank Sophie for coming through. Web3 Max. Oh my gosh, I'm not used to that now. Huda, POV, thank you for streaming it. And Hyperfi, once again, showing how we can interconnect our worlds. By the way, shout out Kevin on Earth, brand ambassador of On Cyber. We're doing a space now in On Cyber on Tuesdays from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come through. We've done it 2 weeks in a row. We're going to hopefully do it next week. I'm just, he's the host. I'm just the co-host. But come through. We're having a good time over there. We're getting to use our VRMs. We're chilling on couches. It's really fun. Greensifer, love what you're doing in the space. Keep hosting your own spaces. Love it when you're a host. Larry, love to see you here. Love the banner. I definitely going to do a little bit of that after this. Gary, you already know it's a vibe. We fucking vibe all the time on the timeline. Venus, it's good to see you. I ain't seen you here in a while, but it's good to see you. I'm glad you're doing your thing. Take care of yourself. Cryptic, happy to be here. Ryan, thank you so much. Guagus, love the I'm a Dejin. And Crypto Co, you stayed the whole time. Definitely following you back, little chili. Love the chilies. Y'all got me thinking about eating chilies now with their ribs. And I can see you now, Dr. Doge.
Yeah.
So just pull it back a little bit, 3D for me. If you don't mean the third person. See, you know what? I love that. You're a teacher. See, I said 3D and he went third person, knowing exactly what I meant. That is a key critical element when teaching people stuff, y'all. Because he'll be like, 3D, what do you mean? I'm in 3D. Anyway, so here we go. We got Dr. Doge with his I'm a Degen alien looking amazing. Throw off the gas mask for us, my brother. Take off your alien. Go crazy for us as I send this out. I shouted everybody out. Please share this with everybody. I'm sharing it with my mom. I'm sharing it with my grandma. I'm sharing it with everybody because people actually get it. If you share this with somebody in a coffee shop, they understand it, because we're literally like playing around with like, yes, Fortnite, I said it right, but that's something that people can relate to, and soon they'll relate to more stuff, right? Shout out Artifact creators, of course, Ali, for doing that incredible 4.5 minute movie that he did. I gotta shout that out. Thank you for including me. On a serious note, be humble, be nice out there, because you never know who's helping you do stuff like this incredible trailer that Dr. Doge did for us. Like, why would I not look out and try to get him a strap for his Oculus headset? The work that he put into that pays movie budgets, y'all. Again, thank you guys so much for coming here. Thank you, thank you, thank you to my JPEG J. We love you guys, and we will see you next week. Same time, same day on Rug Radio, Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will have a contingency plan next time in place for that echo, baby. Catch you next week. Later.